Hello everyone, it's Emily and today is Sunday, July 22nd, 2018. It was actually fairly pleasant when we got up this morning. 75 degrees and not going to be nearly as hot as it's been the last couple of days. Hallelujah. So as I come out to do my regular container watering this morning, I wanted to show you what's going on with the peppers. I showed you this a little bit ago. This kind of light mottled color on the pepper. This one's even worse. I also yesterday cut off a whole bunch of peppers that were just even though most of them were still green, they were small and green, they were starting to turn mushy. And I think all of that is a nutrition problem. Here's one that I missed. See, like this. That might be blossom end rot, I'm not sure. And some of them didn't even really have that, they just mainly felt mushy. But I think we've got a nutrition problem going on. So I am going to go ahead and top water all of the peppers, both the ones in the SIP beds and the ones I have over there in containers, with hydroponic fertilizer. And just to give them a good dose and see if that helps. But first I want to talk to you about these tomatoes, which there are black beetles all over it. I'm just seeing that right now. I knew, okay, I've got a job to do. I've got to get rid of all these beetles before they kill this tomato. Maybe too late, I don't know. But I harvested several tomatoes that were a little darker than this. They were mostly pink with a little bit of green, but they were starting to kind of look like this, but not this bad. These are done for. And I thought, what on earth is going on? You know, is it anthracnose? Is it something else? I decided just to go ahead and pick them and see what they were like. And I wish I'd vlogged it now in retrospect, but oh well. But, you know, when I smelled them, they didn't smell rotten. And so I took them inside, and at supper time, I cut them each in half, and I smelled them. Guess how they smelled? They smelled partially cooked. Yes, the super hot above 110 degree temperatures that we've had the past 2 days has actually been cooking some of my vegetables out here. Well, fruit really, but and I think that's what happened to some of the tomatoes. You know, the cherry tomatoes and yellow pear tomatoes over there. I think some of them, I thought they were getting rotting, but I think maybe some of them somehow actually got cooked. It was so hot. Because the enzymes of fruits and vegetables, the enzymes actually start to get killed off past 115 degrees. And after 120 degrees for sure, you know, you know, the enzymes are all killed off. So, I mean, 112, 114 degrees, yeah, I could very well have had the tomatoes getting cooked. Well, to work now, I got to take care of these beetles. Then I have watering to do. Yes, this is my Charente melon, but that's not why I've got the camera on here. I'm going to show you who's been living in this pot the last few days. He's up on the edge now because he's been disturbed because I was watering. But yeah, he makes a hole. See that little hole? He makes a hole in the potting mix, lives under the cardboard, and just, I guess, waits for the ants and crickets and stuff to come up. My little frog friend. Whoops! Say, don't squish me. You better go back in then, because, whoops, he said, no, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out. Because I'm about to put a piece of cardboard with a rock on him. I don't want to squish him. But I can guarantee you he's going to be back up there in a little bit, hiding in his spot again. Just a couple hours later than that last clip, and it occurred to me at that time as I was pouring the hydroponic fertilizer into the soil here. Check this out. See this pepper? Nice soft spot. It occurred to me that a lot, if not most, of those peppers that I thought maybe had blossom end rot or were otherwise going bad for some reason, it occurred to me that they actually may have begun cooking as well. So I'm going to check around and see if there's Because if these are just partially cooked, I need to get them off the plants and either cook them and eat them or freeze them ASAP before they go bad. I'm going to do that in a second. Then I'm going to go over and see how many more tomatoes I can get. Check this mess out. I came out in the garden yesterday morning, and it's like, okay, why did I even bother tying these up? It's like two huge branches, like from this Principe Borghese and this plant over here, and maybe even from, I don't know if it was a cherry or the yellow pear tomato. It's like overnight they all just decided to fall down plump. And yeah, see the lack of leaves? Yeah, I had to pick off a bunch of black beetles yesterday morning too, and there are other black beetles. I saw some on the other side, so as I pick, I'm going to be on the lookout for those. But yeah, come on, come all to the sale of vine-cooked tomatoes and peppers. So these are all the peppers I harvested because they were turning soft. Now, a couple of them I think were just, this one for sure was just getting over-ripened. Fairly certain, but you see most of them still have some green on them, but they were still getting soft, so you need to harvest them. All except this one. This is a baby that just fell off while I was getting another one. Oh well. To the freezer they shall go. Now look, now that I'm not using these empty frozen fruit bags for growing strawberries, ta-da! All the peppers I just cut up. I can use those bags for something else. It's Monday morning now, and it was bad enough when they were all over the black nightshades. The black nightshades is basically a weed. But I am trying to become self-sufficient in vegetables because we don't have a market around here that sells fresh food. They are all over my Malabar spinach, and I must have killed several dozen of them last night. From the red Malabar, from the black nightshades. Look, I can even see one over there on the tomatoes. This means war. By the way, I didn't think I said that it was a new day. Now it's Monday. And you'll be happy to know that the temperature peaked for a little over 100 degrees yesterday. And then it got cloudy and was down to about 96. And that's, I think, where we're headed today, somewhere around there. Anyway, we're usually a little warmer than they forecast, so it'll probably be around 100. But hey, that's normal. It's normal, and you don't feel like you're roasting. Well, I want to show you all what's going on with the beetles now. It's a couple hours later after that last clip I just showed you. Are they new beetles? Or are they just totally impervious to any sort of insecticide? Except ortho. If I have to, people, I'm going to get me some ortho. It's actually not as toxic as the organic people want you to think. Look at it. Choo, choo, choo. You can't kill me. This is what happened the day that I sprayed with just plain liquid castile soap. An hour later I came back and there were just as many beetles as before. I'm like, okay, I mean, they're really easy to squish. They can't be that hard. I don't know what the deal is. But have they replenished already, or are they just not dying? So that brings me to my life lesson learned from the garden today. Let's check out the red Malabar spinach. Not seeing any new ones over here. Maybe that is a new crew and they're just they're waiting outside the garden to come, to replace the ranks that die. Yeah, there's another one. So if I come back later, and it'll probably be the case, there goes another one walking on the carpet. If I come back later and there's a bunch more of those black beetles. They kind of look like blister beetles. I looked up I found a website that shows like 553 insects of southeast Oklahoma, and the only thing that came close, I mean, I looked at every single picture, every single photo. The only thing that came close was a blister beetle. Well, these aren't blister beetles because it doesn't hurt, you know, they're not bothering me. So I don't know what they are. Anyway, so it looks like what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to gather together a bunch of big bags that I've saved, another reason to save your bags, and basically harvest all the red Malabar spinach, take all the leaves off, shove them all in the bags, and put them in the freezer. Because I am not going to let these beetles eat up all my greens. So, what's the lesson for today? I mean, this has been bugging me the last couple of days. I've just been stewing over it. And here's the deal, you know, unexpected things happen in life. This wasn't totally unexpected. I mean, as far as them being on tomatoes, because that happened a couple, you know, like the second year we were here, they appeared. Okay, well, we'll have something, I'll have to pick off the tomatoes. I did not expect them to get on my cucumbers and red Malabar spinach. Yes, they've been on the cucumbers too. So you need to expect the unexpected and be resourceful. You need to be a resourceful person and always have a plan B. For example, spraying them with insecticide doesn't seem to work. So my plan B, harvest as much as I can before they can eat it all. And next year I'm going to try kale and clay. It's a kind of clay, you mix it in water and spray it and it dries, and it causes a grittiness on the plant leaves surface that bugs don't like. And presumably it keeps them off. I'll try that. We'll also see what we can do with beetle netting. So there you go. Be resourceful and try not to let your peppers and tomatoes get cooked on the vine. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed this video, thumbs up. See you for the next one. In the meantime, take care and be well.